Hello everybody and welcome to the mold making session of the Diablo Soulstone. Let's get started. First thing you're going to need is 2 big blocks of flat wax. See there? Nice and smooth. And a nice little drawing of what you're trying to make. And a needle. So here we go. I'm just going to poke right through the paper here into the wax so that I can get an outline of what I'm going to make. You want to follow the lines as closely as you humanly can because we're going to be trying to match up 2 sides of this. So you want it to be fairly accurate. You can see here on my little paper here I have all kinds of dots and lines. And I've even drawn all over that block of wax. That's to help me zero in the exact spot that I need to lay this paper to get the most accurate outline. It takes me just only a second. And get out my little wax carving tools, and here we go. Basically just using a really small sharp edge so that I can carve that outline. We cannot go outside of that line because that'll cause all the resin that we pour into the mold to seep and spill out. So we need to be very careful with our outlines. We need it to match on both sides. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I drawing a design in the middle of this if all the middle of that is going to be carved out? I know, it's kinda dumb, but I do it to help me kind of visualize how deep I need different sections of that to be so that I can get the design I'm hoping for. I know I'm going to be carving right through the design, but it helps me build like a mental picture. Alright, here we are at just a few minutes of hard carving, and gotta tell you, starting to feel a little bit of burn in the old wrist and hands. What I used to melt the other batch of wax, you can see I'm working on top of it there so I can just dump the scrap into, is a pan that I pulled out of the kitchen and lined with wax paper so that the wax won't stick to anything and ruin the pan. Alright, we've just about got this side all carved out and pretty. Gonna go ahead and just dig the middle a little bit more to help me get that nice design and sharp edges we're hoping for. Alright, almost there. And gonna carve in some deep lines into the impression there so that the resin will seep into that and we're gonna get some nice pretty lines. Now it's just rinse and repeat. Do the same thing to the other side, and again, hopefully those lines and measurements are gonna help us get the perfect mold. Well, here's hoping anyways. Alright, almost 30 minutes of digging in clay. My hands are on fire. This is getting to be a little bit painful. Now, how many of you out there know an absolute Diablo fanatic? Anyone that would really appreciate this video? Please, if you do know someone like that, send them over, share a link. You know, I'll take all the help I can get, guys. I'm really hoping that this little series takes off because I spend a ton of time doing this and I would like to, you know, do it in front of everyone if I can get enough views. Alright, now we've got all our little lines drawn in there and just kind of cleaning it out now. Very precise work we do. Just you want to clean all the little gunk out of the edges. Heaven forbid you've got a nice clump of wax in the middle of that. You pour the resin in and, well, now it's sealed forever. Alright, we need to drill a hole that we're going to pour the resin into. I'm going to start with a relatively small drill bit and very carefully go through that. Nice and slow, don't be too quick because you might crack the wax. Alright, good solid hole. Now I'm going to switch the bit out to get a larger drill bit. That's going to do the same thing. Nice and slow, make a good clean hole. Now, what I'm trying to show you here is a lighter. To make sure that I cleaned all the little bits of wax out of the mold, I used a lighter to very quickly gloss over it and remelt it back in. Alright guys, that's the end of the mold making process. Go ahead and click right there and I'll take you to the next part where we actually make the Diablo Soulstone itself. Thanks for watching, guys, and please, if you can, throw a share, a like. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys.